United Nations Information Centers, located in 63 countries around the world, are key to the United Nations' ability to reach people around the world with the UN story in their own languages, and to explain global issues in a local context. Every day, together with local media, government, and civil society partners, UNICs promote the work of the UN on critical issues, such as human rights, development, including the Millennium Development Goals, peace and security, and ending violence against women, all guided by the priorities set at UN headquarters and based on communications campaigns designed by the Strategic Communications Division of DPI. In this year of climate change that will culminate in December with the UN Climate Change Conference in Copenhagen, the UN Regional Information Center for Western Europe and DPI colleagues in Bucharest, Geneva, Prague, Vienna, and Warsaw, together with UNEP Brussels, have joined forces to create a European marketplace of ideas on the issue of climate change, a campaign called Cool Planet 2009. The aim of Cool Planet is to focus attention on the Copenhagen conference by inviting visitors to post their climate change-related innovations, projects, and events, and be inspired by others. Throughout the year, visitors to this website will be able to see who is doing what, when, and where, to spread the word that it's cool to care, and to help the UN seal the deal in Copenhagen. To promote the Millennium Development Goals, UNICs were involved in a remarkable 200 events in connection with the UN Millennium Campaign's Stand Up and Take Action Against Poverty and for the MDGs. In Egypt alone, more than 2 million people participated in the campaign. UNIC Moscow, like many centers, engages young people through Model UN programs. The center is also very active in promoting the rights of persons with disabilities. UNIC Pretoria, collaborating with UN agencies in South Africa, produced the Voices of Tolerance and Diversity campaign, audio public service announcements, or PSAs, in 9 South African languages. Each PSA tackles the issue of xenophobia with messages promoting tolerance and diversity, and will be aired on 15 community radio stations, reaching a potential audience of 15 million listeners. UNIC Mexico City is working with UN agencies and local partners to translate the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples into the 20 main indigenous languages of Mexico. UNIC Nairobi's weekly radio program in Kiswahili reaches an audience estimated at 20 million listeners in Kenya.
Kupitia katika ofisi hii.
The UN Information Center in Ouagadougou produces a weekly TV program called Canal ONU, which is broadcast by the national TV of Burkina Faso. UNICs also mark special commemorative events, such as those in Yangon for the centenary of the birth of U Thant, the UN's 3rd Secretary General. UNIC New Delhi organized a show called Badalta Mosam, or Changing Climate, in an innovative and thought-provoking way to mark UN Day. Laser lights and sound effects recreated the tsunami that wrought such devastation in the region. Oceans, skies, rivers, and earth were all shown at risk as climate change occurs. UNICs also work closely with national and regional media. UNIC Manama has built a strong relationship with 2 major TV networks, Al Jazeera and Al Arabiya, covering the largest viewership in the Arab world as well as Arabic-speaking communities elsewhere. The center provides them with information on UN efforts in the region and worldwide, and also arranges interviews for UN officials. In December, the Secretary General appeared on the Al Jazeera Children's Program, reaching an estimated 30 million families in the Arab region and Europe. In Brazil, UNIC Rio de Janeiro is partnering with the Army to train journalists covering peacekeeping missions. UNICs also work closely with national libraries to disseminate UN information. UNIC Dhaka, for example, has established a network of 30 libraries in Bangladesh, providing resources and training programs to help students learn about the UN.
আমি প্রায় ইউনিকে আসি এবং আমাদের ক্লাস রিলেটেড টপিকস এখানে অনেক পাওয়া যায় এবং আমরা যেহেতু শান্তি ও সংঘর্ষ অধ্যয়ন বিভাগে নিয়ে পড়াশোনা করি সো এখানে এসে আমরা বেশ উপকৃত।
UNICs tell the UN story in local languages in many ways, through their activities, through their websites, and by producing and translating information materials into 137 local languages. To reach new and younger audiences, UNICs are also using new media tools such as Facebook, YouTube, text messaging, and Twitter. Many of the world's stories involve the United Nations, and United Nations information centers are there to share these stories with people around the world.